So he's been in the P.L.A.Y project just over a year?
Just over a year.
And you've seen major changes?
Yeah, major. And yeah, Dr. at our April visit, which was right at about just a month over a year that we've been with Dr. Solomon, he said he probably made about 2 years worth of progress in that first year.
Wow.
And it's so funny because everything he said would happen, because he said when we start moving into level 4, you're going to really start to see the language come. And as we got moving into level 4, the words started coming out.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, great.
So it was right on target. And he said, don't be so concerned about the speech. The speech will come when he gets those levels solidified.
One thing everybody says is, when's he going to talk? When's he going to talk? And he always says, just wait.
Yeah.
It's okay. He will talk.
Yeah.
Believe me. And I know it sounds stupid. I know you're going, my kid doesn't talk, but they do.
Yeah, and it's amazing because exactly how he kind of said it was going to happen was exactly how it happened. And that was part of the reason we liked Dr. Solomon and the P.L.A.Y project, because when we were kind of faced with all of this, obviously it was a sea of information. We didn't know what was the right thing to do, and I think you second-guess yourself. But Matt and I both agreed we would much rather have a social, nonverbal child than a verbal, non-social child.
Right.
And that's what we really liked about P.L.A.Y immediately, was that he became so much more socially interactive with his brother, with everybody. He's not, we can put him in situations with new people and different people, and he's not freaked out by it. And he does well. He does well with it. He might not always play what kids are playing, but he doesn't shy away from kids anymore. And I'll never forget.
So you see him socially integrate a lot.
Yeah, and I remember it was about 3 months ago. We were at my grandmother's house, and there's 10 this is back to my grandparents' 10 great grandchild, and all the little ones were playing, and for the first time, he actually ran to be where the other kids were. He did not do what they did, but just to be there and laugh with the other kids. He just wanted to be near them.
Where he would have stayed totally away.
Totally away before.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So great.
So that's where we've seen huge progress.
So it's really been the social.
Oh, yeah.
And then communication came with it.
It was like they went hand in hand. It was once he could get a grasp on, it was almost like when we started understanding him, he was able to communicate better with us, because we were stopping long enough to just kind of get on his level to figure out what he needed. Because I think a lot of it was just frustration on his part, because he just couldn't get us to understand what it was he wanted or needed.
Exactly. You're exactly right.
So.
That's right. So, what would you tell people in California and all the western states that, as far as I know, do primarily ABA? They don't know about the P.L.A.Y project. We're going there to introduce it and then try to expand it. What would you say to a mom who's felt like you felt when he was 1.5, 2?
For me, I would, and like I said, a lot of it was about his personality. We knew that his personality wasn't going to be, because he is so stubborn and headstrong, that he wasn't going to respond well to that drill over and over again.
And he may at some
point. Exactly.
Right.
And I think
but
that
at
2 years old, to allow your child to be a toddler, because you can't get lost in the autism. You can't get so absorbed with the autism and fixing the autism and making the autism better and making them higher functioning and reaching this potential that you lose the fact that they are just a toddler.
Right.
And so to get on the floor and play with them, they really, I think, at least from my experience with Tino, is he sees that we are fun. It's fun to play with Mom and Dad.
Right.
So why would you want to sit in the corner reading your book and flipping through the pages of the book when Mom will roll you around in a blanket and run around and chase you, and that's what it is.
You sound like you're a really good player.
Oh, thank you.
All the things down.
Yeah, and you allow them to be a toddler. You cannot get so, and I think that's the key to it. You can't get so absorbed in the fact that they're not talking and that they have this diagnosis that you want to fix it so badly that you don't let your child be a child.
That's a really good point. That is really good.
And I think that's the biggest benefit to P.L.A.Y is that you let them play.
Right. So you would definitely
recommend. I would recommend it to everybody. I don't regret it. I think we did the best thing for him. What I have seen him accomplish and play is is beyond any measure of what I thought it could be. You know, when some people might look at him and say, well, his language still isn't, you know, is it where maybe it could have been with, you know what, though? It doesn't matter. The words are coming. The social interaction is phenomenal. And I think that we live a higher functioning life because of the fact that he's socially interactive and engaging.
That's a good point. It affects your whole family.
It does.
It's not just Tina.
Oh, absolutely.
No, it's his brother and your relationship with your husband. And if you guys don't come together and learn how to do it as a family, he gets lost.
It does. You know, and Santina, or Sammy loses his importance in the family because there's so much focus on Tino.
Exactly.
That now with the play, we get on the floor, he gets involved.
He gets on the floor too.
Yeah. So it's, you know, and now you can see where the two of them really play together, and Santino will initiate with Sammy, and
really?
yes.
Right.
So it's been you know, it's been therapeutic for the whole family because it's something we can do together.
Right.
And it's not a stressful type of therapy. It's a very non-stressful type of therapy, which is awesome because I think these kids go through enough stressful, not that therapy is totally stressing to them, but in some instances, occupational therapy and the actual speech therapy can be stressful. And to keep your home your safe place for them where they have fun is huge.